Right, so I'm just at my storage yard in the VW Amarok. We've just had a BMW 340i come in over at our other shop at Poplar's Garden Centre in Todderton. So I'm going to head over there now. It's a car that I've always wanted to drive. I'm very keen on them. They're a cool car, so I'm interested to see what it drives like. So I'm going to go over there, film a little video on it, alright? So we'll go pick it up and see what it's like. Stop there. Sounds nice. Sounds very nice. Get the seatbelt on, I think. That's definitely a priority. Woolly hat off as well. Sort my hair out, all three of them. Let's go. BMW 340i, random car, but definitely interested to see what it's like. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have actually driven this car for a couple of miles already, and I discovered something about this car immediately when I first drove it. Now, got into it like with an expectation, you know, we all do that. When you get into a car, you have a feeling of that car already, and I'll be completely honest, I am, like, for the past week that I've known that we've had this car coming in, I have been massively excited about getting it. And like, it's the right colour, it's a good spec car, it's obviously the 340, not the 335, and it's got a lot of power, you know, it's a high entry or high level or high spec 3 Series BMW. I was going to go up that road, but that's not going to happen now because it's closed. We'll go this way instead. So just now, about an hour or so when I picked it up, an hour or so ago even, when I picked it up, I jumped in the driver's seat, got it warm, and put my foot down. That's generally what the first thing most petrol heads would do, put your foot down to feel the power, and this happened. See, it did rev up quite high there and it made a little bit of noise, but it didn't really excite me. Now, what I want to do is, let's just get out of this roundabout. This is like a crazy roundabout, by the way. I need to turn the stop start off as well, because that's about it kicked in already. Stop start on a turbocharged car, crazy thing to do, I think, but never mind. If I go round, all the way around, I need to find a decent road for this. Back round here. Back up the road we just came from. Now, down on your left hand next to the gear stick, there is a sport button. Okay, flick that up, goes into sport. Flick it up again, it will go into Sport Plus, which switches the traction control off by the looks of things. When you put your foot down, honestly, it changes the car. The throttle response changes, the sound changes. Power delivery seems to change. It seems to transform the car. When you go back to Eco Pro mode, it just becomes a bit dead. Like, the throttle response, obviously you can't feel it through the camera, and I have this frustration every time I do a bloody video, but it might sound the same to you, but to me it's a bit dead. But I suppose that's what an eco mode is all about. It's an eco mode, you know, but I'm not here for that. I'm here for the sports mode. So Sport Plus, back on that, and we've got this 7 or 8 speed, I don't know loads about it, ZF transmission, which is just brilliant. Annoyingly, it does not have flappy paddles on the back of the steering wheel, but it's a great gearbox. Now, I was going to turn left up this road here, but we have ourselves a second road closure of the day, so we won't be going up there either. So we'll continue on in this direction through the lovely little village of Toddington, and we'll talk more about the car. Now, bear in mind when you watch my videos that I'm not actually a car reviewer, I'm a car trader, and I didn't actually introduce myself today. I'm Calvin, by the way, for those that are new to my videos, and like I say, I'm a car trader, and this is simply Diary of a Car Trader. This is a car that we've had come in today. We actually put we had the G-Wagon, so again, if you're new, you won't know about the G-Wagon, but a few weeks ago we bought a Mercedes G-Wagon from Rybrook Specialist Cars in Bristol, and there's a video of me going to collect that car. I'll put the link up there, that's correct, yeah, in that corner there, so go and check that out if you haven't already. The G-Wagon was a lovely car, but it was bought as a bit of stock to go up for sale, and it has now sold. My brother Leon was driving that car daily. He really liked the G-Wagon, but naturally in the trade, you know, everything's for sale, so it's gone now. And this car here, that's why the reason why I mentioned the G-Class, or the G-Wagon even, is because the guy that bought the G-Wagon had a part exchange, and he said, look, I'm up for doing a deal, but do you want to buy my BMW 340i off me in return? So we were like, yeah, let's go for it. You know, it's a car that we've never had. It's definitely a car that we're massively interested in, and yeah, so we've done a deal, and he dropped it off. It was actually yesterday that we've done the deal, and here I am now sat in the driver's seat at long last. Now, my little brother had a BMW 340i a couple of years ago. That was a 2013 reg car, really nice looking, same colour as this. In fact, the interior doesn't look any different at all. I don't think there's much difference between this interior and a 335 whatsoever. There might be, but maybe I'm missing a trick somewhere, but looks like a very similar car. And yeah, that was an amazing car. His one had a manual gearbox, but honestly, absolutely exceptional car, especially for the price range. You know, I always talk about price point, value for money. That is everything in not just the car world, but whether you're buying a bloody house, a mobile phone, or whatever you're buying, value for money is everything. And I do think 335s do represent fantastic value for money. Now, this is the 340, like I said, it's actually another road closure. It's like they're just shutting me in to keep me on this one road. The 340 is like the newer version of the 335, so they stopped doing the 335, they introduced the 340. It's got a different engine to the 335, again, as far as I know, don't quote me on that, different engine. It's got a twin scroll turbo rather than a twin turbo. I don't know if the 335 doesn't have a twin turbo, but this car will, I guess, be massively compared to a BMW M3, which does have 2 turbos. Now, I'm going to get onto the point of the M3 in a sec, but yeah, very impressive car. 3-litre straight 6, twin scroll turbo, looks amazing on the interior. The outside of it looks phenomenal. It is this blue colour, which I know it to be Estral blue, but again, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it is called that, but either way, it's a bloody beautiful looking car. This car does also have an M Performance pack on it, which was done after the factory apparently, but going back to being a car trader, stuff like that is really appealing because it helps sell the car, and it does, you can demand a slightly higher premium for it because it's stuff that people want to see, you know. Just put my foot down a little bit there. So I just touched on the M3 subject there. Now, big old lorry coming down that road. Whoa, that was tight. Whoa, back in, trying to escape whilst I'm trying to drive. Yeah, so the M3. An M3 is a 3-litre. Let me just turn the heating down because my face is looking like a bloody tomato and I'm getting warm. M3. Now, I've mentioned a lot in my videos that I want an M3. We've had them in and out of stock before, but they've literally come in and out of our hands, or gone out of our hands quicker than they've come in. They are literally just selling like that. So I will get my hands on one again at some point, but straight away as I got into this car today, I thought, well, what's it like compared to a bloody M3? You know, everyone's going to be thinking that as well. Everyone's going to be looking at this thinking, Cal, what are you saying, man? This ain't an M3. You can't say this is a great car because obviously you want an M3. Now, going back to what I said earlier about price point and value for money, if you was to buy this car as an M3, and this is so important, so valuable, this is vital information right now, a 2016 BMW M3 with 28,000 miles, right, will cost you, so this car is going to be about £23,000. A BMW M3 with, like, in the same colour, with the same sort of spec and the same, this has got the M Performance pack. So if we looked at a competition pack M3 with 28,000 miles, it's going to cost you about at least £15,000 more, easily, more than that, £15,000. Now, I think it would probably be more like £20,000, but let's just use £15,000 as a bit of a benchmark. Now, this car plus £15,000. Bear in mind, this car is only like like I say, around £23,000. That is a massive difference in price. Now, yeah, you are compromising by buying this car over an M3, but you're also compromising on the amount of money that you're parting with. So, based on that, I think this car is fantastic value for money. It's 320 brake horsepower, which is 20 more than a 335. I'm pretty sure it's the same setup as what an M140's got, and you know how much everyone loves an M140i, and that is nice colour Golf R. I like that colour. Change the subject there, sorry, but yeah, M140i is a massively followed car. I'm pretty sure this is the same setup. There's obviously massive tuning capabilities here. That was a horrible pothole. Low profile tyres as well it's got, and whilst we're on the subject of that, I really like the look of these wheels. They're bloody good looking wheels. But yeah, it's a bloody good choice of car, I think. And I'm not saying this because I want to stress this a lot as well. When I do a video on a car, I am not trying to sell a car for a video. I'm here to give you my honest opinion of this car. If you buy a car off me, I'll put the link for this car in the description below if it is still available when the video goes live. But honestly, if you're in a position right now to spend this amount of money on a car, there's lots of smoke here. Seems to be lots of stuff happening today in the background in these village areas. But yeah, they're a good choice of car. Now BMW, obviously, they had to up their game with their lower end cars, and I'm guessing that's why they introduced the 335 and now obviously the 340, because let's face it, Audi do the S4 and then they do the RS4. Now, the RS4 is kind of like the M3 competitor, and it's all each to their own. The RS4 is an amazing car, and Mercedes do the C63 AMG, and they've now introduced like the C43 AMG, which is like, it's not a C-Class, it's not an AMG, but it just sits in the middle, just like what an S4 does, for example. An S4 or an S3, you know, it sits below the RS cars, but above the run-of-the-mill cars. And BMW never really had that. They always done the 3 Series, and I suppose they put big engines in them, but none of them really performed too well. And then it was just the M3. It was just like a massive gap in between. So it was a bloody good move introducing this car, and the reason why they introduced it because back end is lively. There's demand for it. That's the bottom line. There is demand for this car. People want a sensible looking, good looking 4-door saloon with loads of power, and that isn't an M3. There's lots of people that don't want BMW M3s. My brother Curtis, for example, he bought a 335i because that was well within his price range. It was a dream car for him at the time, and it was the best thing he could possibly have done at the time. He never got it tuned because it was still under warranty when he had it. He didn't want to tamper with it. But I suppose from a petrol head point of view, you've always got that possibility or that option to tune it if you want to. So this guy's just overtaking. So yeah, simply just a first impressions video. Like I said earlier, I'm just trying to deliver my thoughts on it, deliver my excitement, show you a bit of enthusiasm, show you how enthusiastic I am about this type of car. I love these types of cars. I think, like I keep saying, there's a massive demand for them for two reasons. One, because of value for money, and two, because there's so many people that they don't want the M3, they don't want a 3 Series, they just want something that kind of sits in the middle. And although this is a 3 Series, and I get that, it's not like a company car, like a 320d SE. It is a 340i with loads of power, loads of nice sound, and phenomenal power delivery. I think I'm going to leave it as that. I've kind of wrapped this up in one go. That's a really quick and easy video for me to film. But yeah, my thoughts on BMW 340i, I fully get it. I fully get it. I'm currently considering getting another car that I really want to get, even, is a BMW M140i. I think they are fantastic cars. We have got a BMW M135i coming in very soon. I'm very excited to get that on the channel as well. I will be doing a video on that when that comes in. I do just love the sort of the body shape, or the short wheelbase of any hatchback. So to get in behind the wheel of one of them right now is definitely something that I'm looking forward to driving. So but yeah, it's quite cool to get my hands on this today. So like I said, it will be going up for sale. If it is still for sale by the time this video goes live, I will put a link for it in the description below. But I think that's pretty much it. 320 brake horsepower, 0-60 in just over 5 seconds, and it looks good, it sounds good. Still in sports mode. Oh, there is a sports mode on there as well. Didn't even touch on that. It's got that as an option as well. The manual shifting gearbox. But yeah, I think I would actually, if I had have known that, I would have done this whole video with that. But yeah, just more than anything, fantastic value for money. Anyway, continuing what I was just saying, do you know what, that has changed the way it drives. I think you get the idea. I'm happy. I hope you like the video. Let's do a little downshift. Let me just touch on one thing, sorry, before you go. BMW, right? They have, like every gearbox going, they have this option to manually shift the gears, yeah? So now I'm pressing it up to go down. I was going to turn left down there, but the road's closed, so I won't go that way. And unbelievable gearbox, unbelievable. Yeah, so you've got this option to manually shift your gears, okay? And a lot of gearboxes have that option. But BMW, now this sounds really backwards, so you shift it down to go up and up to go down. Now, most people will think that's crazy. Why on earth would you do it that way around? Up to go down and down to go up. So right now, I'm shifting it up and I'm down second, yeah? And then there's third, shift it back. That would seem like a stupid thing to do. Now, in Audi or Volkswagen, for example, they do it the other way around, which would seem like the logical thing to do, right? But when you drive more like my Golf R, for example, I just can't get the hang of it. It just doesn't feel natural. I think whilst your G-force is pushing you back, i.e. when you're accelerating, it feels so natural for you to shift up now. So I'll shift down to third. It feels so natural to, whilst you're accelerating, shift back to go up. That is definitely a natural movement. But anyway, I wish every manufacturer would do it that way around. That's really good. So the fact that this doesn't have paddles, to me, doesn't really bother me, because I think that's such a good way to drive. I like that a lot. But I'm just going into too much detail. in a nutshell, I love that about BMWs, and it's been a long time since I got behind the wheel of a decent BMW. Not to say that they're not decent, but you know, like a high-end car with a bit of power. So yeah, I'm very happy that we've got this car. Looking forward to seeing what this M135i is like, with a manual gearbox as well, by the way. So I will try and get a video done on that at some point, but I am now going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy this video. I know I did. Don't forget, of course, to hit like if you like this video, and if you are new, do hit the subscribe button, alright? And I've got a video coming every Wednesday, every Sunday, and I'm just trying to keep as consistent as I possibly can. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, alright? Bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader. Right, so today, at long last, I'm going to be answering all of your questions that you asked me in an Instagram poll that I done weeks ago.